A matrix can be transformed to another matrix by certain operations called elementary row operations and elementary column operations. Now we see elementary row operations. It has three operations. First one is the interchanging of any two rows of the matrix. We are considering two rows Ri and Rj, which implies this mathematical form is Ri interchanged to Rj, right? Our second operation is replacing a row of the matrix by a non-zero scalar multiple of the row of the matrix. Here we consider only one row. That row is Ri, means this operation goes to Ri replaced to lambda into Ri. Here lambda is a non-zero scalar. So lambda is positive or negative, right? Do you understand? One row can be changed to some scalar multiple of the same row, right? Then our third operation is replacing a row of the matrix by a sum of the row with a non-zero scalar multiple of another row of the matrix. Here we are considering two rows Ri and Rj. This Ri changed to Ri plus lambda into Rj. Here lambda is also a non-zero scalar. So this lambda value is positive or negative. Okay, do you understand? These three operations are called elementary row operations. Suppose we are using column elements, means that is called elementary column operations. Okay, elementary column operations are nothing but the same three operations, but we are going to use column elements. Okay, students, do you understand? Right. Now I shall explain elementary row operations with example. Consider one matrix A equal to 2, 3, 1, 4. This is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. This matrix has 2 rows and 2 columns. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix. This matrix can be transformed to another matrix by using elementary row operations. Okay. Now I will use the first operation. So this is our row 1, this is our row 2. So first I will use the first operation, R1 interchange to R2. So R1 and R2 are interchanged. So we get 1, 4, 2, 3. This is also a equivalent matrix of this matrix. Okay, this is not a equal matrix, that is equivalent matrix, because the order of these two matrices are same, but elements only differ. Corresponding elements are equal, means two matrices are equal, but order only equal, means that is called equivalent matrix, right? Next, I will use one more operation. Now I will use the second operation, that is R2. I take row 2. This row 2 is changed to sum of the scalar multiple of row 2. Okay. I consider one non-zero scalar. That scalar is minus 2, means minus 2 into R2. Okay. So first row not changed, as it is you write, so 1 4. Then second row only changed, so here our operation is R2 implies minus 2 into R2, so you multiple minus 2 for every element of this R2, so 2 into minus 2 minus 4, 3 into minus 2 is minus 6, right? Do you understand? This is our second operation. Okay, next I will use the third operation. This is also a equivalent matrix of the given equation. Okay, next I use the third operation. That now also I consider the second row. So second row changed to second row minus 2 into or plus 2 into R1. Okay, right? Here our lambda value, you take any one of the numeral values. Okay, not for 0. Okay, because this is a non-zero scalar, right? So first row as it is you write, our second row will be changes. So R2, here our R2 value is minus 4 plus 2 into, here our R1 value is 1, right? So minus 2 plus 2 into 1, that value is equal to minus 4 plus 2, that is equal to minus 2, right? So minus 2. Then the next value is minus 6. So minus 6 plus 2 into, here this is second row, second column element. So you will take first row, second column element. This is our R1 value. Okay, you will take the upper value of this row, because here we are considering the row 1. Okay, so 2 into, here our R1 value is 4, so that is equal to minus 6 plus 8, that is equal to plus 2, right? Now we get equivalent matrix of the given matrix. So here this is also on the matrix A, this is equivalent matrix of A, right? Do you understand? This elementary row operation is very, very useful for our next topic, right? Do you understand, students? You practice well. Here you consider our R1, right? This 3 goes to 6 means you multiple by 2, this value tends to 6, so multiple by 2, so R1. R2 implies R2 plus 2R1. So first row as it is you write 3 minus 1 2. Then second row values are going to change, right? Because we are using elementary row operation. So R2 value is minus 6. So minus 6 plus 2 into 3, that is equal to minus 6 plus 6 equal to 0. So this value equal to 0. Then next, here our R2 value is 2. 2 plus 2 into, here our R1 value is minus 1. So 2 plus 2 into minus 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. So plus 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So here you put 0. Next, our second row, third column value is 4. So 4 plus 2 into, here our R1 value is 2. So that is equal to 4 plus 4, 8. So here you put this 8. Next, our R3, here our R3 value is minus 3. Minus 3 is 10 to 0. So, இந்த minus 3-ஐ நம்ம 0-வா convert பண்ணணும். Okay. So, use row echelon form, that is R3. R3 implies R3, here minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So, plus R1, right? R3 plus R1. We will use the third operation, right? So, minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Next, our element is plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 is 0. Here, our R3 value is 2. So, 2 plus here also our R1 value is 2. So, 2 plus 2, 4. 4. Now, we obtain the equivalent matrix of the given matrix. Right? Next, check your condition. Our first row, first column entry non-zero. Then, below of these entries will be 0. Here, this is also a non-zero entry. Below of these elements are 0. Next, this R1 entry, third column entry is also non-zero. So, we try to make these values also 0. But our R2 value, this one, second row column value does not change to 0. So, next, you think your third row, third column value convert to 0. நம்மளால் இந்த தேர்ட் ரோ தேர்ட் காலம் வேல்யூவை 0-வா கொண்டு வர முடியுமான்னு செக் பண்ணணும். ஏன்னா எந்த ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணனாலும் செகண்ட் ரோ செகண்ட் காலம் வேல்யூவை 0-வா கொண்டு வர முடியாது. ஓகே, ஸோ we write one more equivalent matrix. First row does not change, so as it is you write 3 minus 1 2. Then our second row third column value is 8. Our third row third column value is 4. So just you divide second row by 2. That is R2 by 2. This is our second property. Scalar multiple of the same row. Okay, replacing the row of the matrix by a scalar multiple of the matrix. Here our lambda value is 1 by 2. So our R2 changed to 0 0 8 by 2 4. Then our third row as it is you write 0 0 4. Again you will use one more operation, that is R3 implies R3 minus R2, right? So 3 minus 1 2 0 0 4 R1 R2 not changes, so as it is you write. Then R3, now we are using elementary operations in R3, so R3 values are changed. So 0 minus 0 0 0 minus 0 0 4 minus 4 0. Now you check our bottom row is a 0 row. Then our entry element, this element not equal to 0 and below of these entries are 0. These three conditions are satisfied. So it is a row echelon form. Here this is a first row non-zero element. This is our second row non-zero element. So our second row non-zero element occurs to right side of the first row non-zero entry, and our zero row occurs in the bottom of the matrix. Okay, our first row, first entry not equal to 0. These three conditions are satisfied, therefore the given matrix, this matrix is a row echelon form. Now we obtain the reduced row echelon form. Do you understand, girls? This is very, very important one, because this row echelon form is useful to solve the system of linear equations and finding the rank of the matrix. So you practice well, give more attention to this topic, right? Do you understand?